Listen, locker room, man, wow. What a game. I cannot believe that happened. You know, I had OKC coming in game one, not allowing the Pacers to do what they did when they won game one and all of these other series. And it just happened again. The Pacers came from behind. Tyrese Haliburton again played not superb. Not superb, but great late, like I tell you guys all the time. Anytime that you are in any sport, if you're going to play great late, you can win a game. The game 111-110, Indiana gets the win, and OKC is stunned. They led, you guys, the whole game. And I can break you down and tell you exactly where this game goes and what OKC is saying to themselves right now when they let game one of the NBA Finals get away. It all came down to, listen, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander did what he had to do. He put up 38. He had a great game, a superstar game. Nobody on the Pacers put up those kind of numbers. Pascal puts up 19 points. You know, Tyrese Haliburton puts up 14. Naismith 14. So they were all in that area. But two things. They believe no matter what situation is, because of the success and all of them coming back in those other games, down 14, down 10, late, they still believe, and they believed here. And if I pin my hand and say, that's right, here's the problem, let me give you the problem for OKC. I'm telling you, what Indy is going to be talking about is, hey, you see that? No matter what situation we are in, as long as we stay together, play together, this is going to be the results. And it got stamped tonight. Insurmountable. No one had them winning game one. Nobody had OKC giving up game one. Everybody had talked about them winning game one every other series. And it happened. And it happened like it always happens. Because it's not just, oh, they won the game. It's they came back and what's that other thing? Tyrese Haliburton played great late. How many times I tell you guys, it comes down to being able to play great late. This is going to solidify them even closer, even more. Now, on the other side, oh man, OKC is saying, what happened? No, they're not saying what happened. No, I'm wrong. They're saying we know exactly what happened. OKC put up about, and they were great, you see. And let me tell you this one thing too, before I start into this, because this is the best part of it. I told you guys to go away with that shit everybody say that makes no sense to me. It's just stuff they be saying. Like, defense wins championships. And I always say, stop saying that. Defense does not win championships. Points win championships. So I know we started that in football, and it goes everywhere. People say it. It just kills me. Stop saying that. Defense does not win championships. Points win championships. And that is what OKC is saying. What the hell happened here? Let me break it down for you. OKC scored about 24 points, 23.8 to be exact, off turnovers during the 24-25 season. Been knocking them down. They've been averaging in the playoffs 25 points off turnovers. 18 turnovers a game, 25 points off turnovers. Great defense, right? That defense wins championships, right? because they got all these turnovers. They got all these turnovers. So that's what you're saying. Boy, look at that defense. And I was saying it too. OKC got a great defense, and that defense is going to get them to the championship. But you heard what I said? That was not a Freudian slip. I didn't say the defense was going to win them championship. I said that defense can get them to a championship because defense don't win championships. Points do. This time, Indiana had a record number of turnovers. In the first quarter with 9, in the first half with 19. A record number of turnovers. For the whole game, 25 turnovers. That's defense that OKC played. Oh my God, up and down, and they were swarming. And also, Indy was a little nervous. Hyped. Too hyped. They got to find their groove. But nonetheless, that's defense. 25 turnovers. But this time, out of all of those turnovers, and record-setting turnovers for the Pacers in a negative way, OKC only scored 11 points off turnovers. Now break that down. Defense does not win championships. Defense gives me a chance to win. Points win championships. And they have to score more points off those turnovers. That's the killer. And the what? That's what they're going to say. So I'm going to say they're sitting at home pondering and wondering what happened. No, they know what happened. They led the game the whole way. The whole way. And you played great defense. But points win championships. And 11 points, you're down 0-1. That is insane. Now, the whole talk now is going to be the whole team thing. The whole team thing over the superstar, because when we talk about these two teams, we would say that OKC is the superstar. You got the MVP. MVP. You got to sit home. I bet you got big boys, big time big boys. But all they have is a team. Is a team. All season long, Tyrese Haliburton, he only averaged 18. He's not the MVP. This is going to be interesting. This is really interesting, man, because think about this meteoric, and I call it meteoric because they put pressure against him. It is always this. When you walk in a room, I used to say, people would say, Michael, you're so much different than I thought. Especially early on when I was a little rough around the edges, coming right out of the ghettos of Fort Lauderdale, and I meet people, and they say, man, you're so much different than I thought. You really kind of blow me away. And I would say, I don't know how to blow you away. I blew steps. You see, your mind, you prejudged me. That's why they call it prejudice, because it's prejudging. That's what it really is when you break down the word prejudice. Prejudice is prejudging before you get to know me, before you get to know me. So I'm coming out of the ghetto. You prejudged me, what I would be, knowledge, intelligent, how I speak, everything. And so what, instead of me starting at 0, you really prejudged me at about a -3. And if I come in and just be a 5, midway to the 10, now I really moved 8 steps. I'm like a 8. You see what I'm saying? That's my math. That's how I used to think about it when people prejudge. You see what I'm saying? I broke off into something else. But I'm telling you, Tyrese Haliburton came into this season prejudged, prejudiced against, prejudge, however you want to say it. And they said he is not a real superstar. Remember all that stuff, all of that hollering noise that everybody was making when they started questioning. That's even why his father ran out on the floor. Now, all of that has to be laid back on the table because all that you said, you prejudged. And you could prejudge because he's only putting up 18 points a game, not like the MVP 32. But it comes back to what I've been telling you. I didn't mean that to rhyme, but it's real. And the real is this. He who plays great late wins. He ain't putting up 35, but he's playing great late. He's making clutch plays in pressure situations to win games. Look at what he's done this run. That's going to be his mark. That's going to be his mark. I'm telling you. And now the tough part for OKC is, how do you get that out of Indiana's head? They think no matter what the score is, they have a chance. And no matter what, in the end, that dude will win. Tyrese Haliburton. Can't wait to see game 2. We'll talk about it right here in the locker room. Now listen. 2 things. I've always said, he who plays great late wins. He who plays great late wins. And this is, and defense does not win championships. Defense gives you a chance to win championships. Points win championships. And game 1 was a perfect depiction of the knowledge I have imparted to you guys over and over and over again. So the next time you hear someone say, man, you know what? Man, defense wins championships. Say, shut the hell up. You don't know what you're talking about. Points always win championships. Catch you next time in the locker room.